Turning now to the raging battle in Ukraine's south, where Ukrainian forces are fighting to take back parts of the Kherson region. This is an area that Russians took control of early on in the war. It's been bloody and destructive, and in the midst of trying to liberate the region from Russian occupation, ordinary citizens are caught in the crossfire here. ABC's Patrick Reevell is in Ukraine, where he spoke to some of these internally displaced refugees.
3 weeks after Russian forces entered Dmitry Vasilyev's town, they came for him. Dmitry was head of the city council in Novokhovka in Ukraine's south, and the new Russian occupation authorities wanted him to work with them.
They handcuffed me and brought me to the police building where they made a prison. It was one small room.
Dmitry was held captive for 45 days, during which he says he listened to other prisoners being beaten.
They made a torture chamber in the room above me. They handcuffed people to the radiators there. You could hear it, and the screams too.
Dmitry says he wasn't tortured, but he was pressured to collaborate and join the new regime.
Why did you refuse to cooperate?
I gave an oath. You don't betray your oath. I have convictions that Ukraine is on the right side, and I must support the right side. It's about good and evil. Ukraine is definitely on the side of good.
For over 5 months, people in southern Ukraine have lived under Russian occupation. Russian forces seized most of the Kherson region within days. In the beginning, people there resisted, protesting, confronting Russian troops, waving Ukrainian flags. But Russia clamped down.
I know that people are taken away from homes and hidden somewhere.
People are being disappeared?
Yeah. Some people I know, they have their relatives taken away.
Russia sealed Kherson off, blocking Ukrainian TV channels and cutting phone connections. It replaced the currency with rubles. In schools, the Russian curriculum is being introduced.
The situation in the city is getting worse by the day. The shortages are growing constantly with medicine, cash, the internet.
Tens of thousands of people fled as conditions worsened. Nastya Borisova and her family decided to finally escape last month, sitting in days-long traffic jams to exit through Russian checkpoints.
The road itself was very difficult. We waited for 10 hours in a traffic jam.
Fearful of being separated at the checkpoints, she wrote a contact number on her daughter's back. They are now safe in Odessa, living without the daily tension of occupation. But they're still living with the trauma of war. 3-year-old Milana here still asking her mum where the tanks are. Meanwhile, in the country's south, the war is moving closer to their home. Ukraine mounting a counter-offensive to try to retake its territory, slowly advancing now in parts of Kherson, hitting the Russians with US-supplied long-range artillery, taking out key bridges to prevent them from resupplying. The Ukrainians are also targeting ammunition depots, like this one in Novokhovka. This explosion went off near Nastya's home.
In my building, all the windows were broken, all the hinges were blown off the doors. If we had been at home at that moment, I would have been scratched, covered in shrapnel.
US officials say Russia is planning to permanently annex the occupied regions. Ukraine's counteroffensive now racing to try to disrupt that. Former residents know their homes will be in the line of fire, but many are still ready to sacrifice them if it means one day being able to live in a free Ukraine.
Well, I want to live in Ukraine. If my house is destroyed, it's material things. I'll get money, I'll build a new home, but I'll live in a free country where I can feel myself safe.
Hi everyone, George Stephanopoulos here. Thanks for checking out the ABC News YouTube channel. If you'd like to get more videos, show highlights, and watch live event coverage, click on the right over here to subscribe to our channel, and don't forget to download the ABC News app for breaking news alerts. Thanks for watching.